see you lost inside your circumstance, and I see you looking for a chance to dance, and it seems to me the world's a better place because of you. You were made to shine just like the stars above, and I know you are made for love and to be loved, and it seems to me the world's a better place because of you. Oh, why do we see one another and compare our lives together, thinking that the greener grass is anywhere but here? Shine, shine, set your eyes on things above now. Shine, shine, you are someone made for love now. Shine, shine, join in the applause of love and shine. Ain't it grand? Life is so worth celebrating. Hand in hand, live a life worth imitating. Sing along, the world's a better place because of you. Oh, why do we see one another and well, I'm the free world leader. Freedom's rolling out to you. Oh, let's roll. Well, I'm the good news instigator, compassionate conversator. This freedom is rocking and rolling on out to you. White and blue. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the John Morgan Show, Friday edition, 100th episode edition. Hi, D. Greetings, my buddy. Ow! Ain't life good? I mean, aren't you guys just thrilled with life? Tell me about it. Talk to me. Comment about this great country of ours. Let's talk. Oh, yeah. Nice to be where the action is. Well said, D. Well, oh. Woo. All right. Welcome, everybody, to the John Morgan Show. It is your host, John Morgan, here with you on our 100th anniversary celebration and anniversary, 19th anniversary, 19 of 9/11. 9/11, 2001. Our nation suffered the worst terrorist attack of our history. Not the worst thing that's ever happened to our land. Nope, not by a long shot. Civil War, way worse. World War II, way worse, although it did not hit our shores. The Vietnam War. So many horrible events we've lived through in our land. Some lived, some died. And you and I are here celebrating. And you know, I have a sister, my precious sister. She's my hero, Janice.
She's fighting cancer as we speak here today. And you know what? I love her with all my heart. And when we're together, we enjoy one another's company. Enjoy. Even in the midst of sorrow, sickness, sadness, mourning, and disappointment, there is joy. Even in the midst of hard work and pain, there can be incredible joy and camaraderie. And when you look at all the good that has come out of the tragedy, the terrorist attack on our country in 9/11, it is amazing. Thank you, my darling. My precious bride just brought me a cup of coffee. Check this out. We got these mugs during the inauguration of President Donald J. Trump, along with some really nifty jackets. I had myself an interesting day. I was driving down the road and I saw one of those big hook and ladder firefighter trucks, and its ladder was extended as high as it could go, like this, and draped from the ladder was a gigantic, beautiful American flag. And I got so excited, Diane. Welcome to the show. Good to see you. Woot woot. I got so excited that it took me two turns to get to where I could U-turn to go around. I could tell as I was passing, what is this? And they had a big, beautiful flag. The establishment that the fire truck was next to was a barbecue restaurant. And I thought, well, that's just cool. And of course, I associated it with 9/11, and I noticed that the barbecue restaurant had their flag flying at half-staff. Hi, Beth. Welcome. I'm just telling a little story from earlier today. And man, I went back around there and I found this place. Hang on. Can y'all wait a second? I'm going to go get the glass that they gave me, because it actually was a plastic cup imprinted with a 9/11 portrait. And that's their cup. I don't know if they used that cup. I don't know if it was just that day, probably just that day. But wait till I tell you about this place. Hang on. I'll be right back. Speak amongst yourselves. I'm back. Hang on. Well, that is not a good thing to do on a radio show when the host leaves the room. But that's okay, because I knew you guys would hang with me. Where did I put my headphones? Oh, yeah. All right. Mission Barbecue. Truth be known, I forgot their name all of a sudden. Mission Barbecue. The smallest letters on the cup. Hometown Heroes. And on the back, they've got the emblem, and it's the firefighters hoisting the flag on some wreckage at 9/11. You can see the image of the police and firefighters working together. I was so blown away when I pulled in, and there were like 4 or 5 or 6 firefighters standing around the truck, going in the fire truck and going in and out of the restaurant. And I just was just so jazzed. I happened to be wearing this T-shirt in commemoration of 9/11. It's a picture of President Bush praying. And check out that scripture there. It says, "Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord." Can you see it? And it's the Psalm 33:12. Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord. And I think that's like Abraham Lincoln and George Washington laying hands on President Bush, praying for him. And then I got this really awesome folded flag pin that somebody inside the restaurant gave to me. Amazing restaurant. Let me see if I can pull up. I was so blown away that, let's see here. First of all, the food is like to die for. Can you begin to? I don't know why that's so hard. Oh, because it's a video. Sorry about that. Yeah. Here, check this out.
This is Mission Barbecue, and they are all about our nation's first responders. Look at this. Look at that picture up on the wall. Everything about this place is patriotic and about serving and about service. God bless you guys. Thank you for serving. This restaurant, they don't advertise. All they do is give back. The law of reciprocity fully at work here. Look at that right on the door. 9/11. Never forget.
That's the emblem that is from Flight 93, and the flag that hung from the Pentagon. And that's just the regular decor in this amazing restaurant. And what happened is on the 10th anniversary of 9/11, that would have been 2011, the two founders just wanted to do something. They wanted to do something to give back to our police, our firefighters, our military, to those who serve, first responders, EMTs. And so they decided they would start a restaurant. And their mission was to serve. And they are always doing things for the local police, the sheriff's office, the military, the firefighters, just constantly. That's their mission. And they have a young lady that walks around, and she's their ambassador. And she was kind of showing me around the place and showing me everything. The food was just phenomenal. And every day at noon, everybody stops what they're doing, and they come out into the middle of the restaurant. All the cooks, everything, it just shuts down. And all the customers, and they come out into the middle of the restaurant and sing the Star-Spangled Banner every single day. Isn't that awesome? They honor this country and its foundation. Hi, sweetheart.
Did you say where it was? Was it in Oviedo?
Oh, this particular location was on Redbug Road. Was it Redbug Road? No, actually, it's Mitchell Hammock, which is beyond Redbug Road, and it's out by the interstate there, the toll road. And just look them up, Google them, Mission Barbecue. I think there's two of them in Orlando, and they started off with this little mission just to give back, and now they have nearly or right at 100 stores. Isn't that amazing? It's just so cool. The truth is, when you give, I mean, you don't give because you're greedy. You give because you love and you're grateful. You don't give because you're greedy. You give because you're grateful. Wish I just said that the first time. But when you do give because you're grateful, it all comes back to you. It comes back in joy. It comes back. Chattanooga, there's a Mission Barbecue in Chattanooga. Diane, you got to check them out. It's amazing that there's patches on the wall from all the branches, all the tours of duty. People come in, believe it or not. Wait, I got another video to share with you. There was a Orange County sheriff there who gave me, all right, let me pause this. He gave me this challenge coin. Orange County Sheriff's Office, Florida. Isn't that beautiful? Look on the other side. Can you see that? He is an Orange County Sheriff's Office bagpiper. Bagpiper.
A wonderful restaurant, the American Way, and they have hired the fire department to hang this beautiful, beautiful American flag, and they've got their own flag at half-mast today. Mission Barbecue, their byline is the American Way, and I love that. And I'm with the representative of the Florida Sheriff's Department right here, Orange County Sheriff's Office. Sorry about that. And he's also got a set of bagpipes, and he wanted to present my listeners and me with something.
There are very few challenge points going around for pipe and drum bands, but this is ours for the pipes and drums of the Orange County Sheriff's Office. So that one is being presented to this patriotic gentleman today so that he can add it to his collection.
Thank you, sir. And how about a quick rendition of Amazing Grace?
I can make that happen very easily.
And by the way, I recommend, I haven't even eaten there yet. I'm going to let you know after the meal about the food. All right, let's hear the sweet, sweet sound of Amazing Grace.
Absolutely fantastic. And you can see I'm wearing that T-shirt. Now, the thing that's interesting is his kilt disappeared. Anybody know why his kilt disappeared? For you viewers, I could see it just fine. Anybody? Because it was green. Exactly. Yep. The green screen got it. Amazing Grace. And you know, the stories that have come out, I mean, books have been written about the stories of bravery and heroism that have come out of the tragedy of 9/11. It was horrific. It shouldn't have happened. I wish it hadn't happened. Yes, my love. Green. But out of the ashes, things arose that would not exist today. And there's a scripture, I think, that's interesting, very, very interesting. And it's in the book of Genesis. And it has to do with Joseph. You know, Joseph and the beautiful coat that his father made for him. His brothers sold him into slavery. They were going to kill him, actually. And one of the brothers talked them out of it and said, look, let's just throw him in this well here. And, instead of us killing him with our own bare hands. And so they threw him in the well, down in the well, down in the well, down in the deep, dark well. And then some merchants came by and they sold him into slavery. And then it went from bad to worse. I mean, it's the most epic story in the book of Genesis. If you haven't read it, you've got to get your hands on a Bible and read that crazy story. It's got more twists than a bowl of spaghetti. And he winds up in prison and all this. And then he winds up second in command and saving the whole nation of Egypt, including his family that dissed him. He saved his brother's neck that were stringing him up. And when he confronted his brothers with love and forgiveness, they were so torn up about it because, all they had done, and they were afraid he was going to have them killed, which he had the power to do. But he said, listen, you meant it for evil, but God used it for good. And no matter what trials we're going through, folks, no matter what the difficulty is in our land, God will bring good out of it. I always go back to the story of Corrie ten Boom. During the reign of Adolf Hitler in Nazi Germany, evil regime, awful. Millions of people gassed and slaughtered and tortured and vile, vicious, cruel, awful, terrible. And her family was arrested because she was hiding some Jewish people in her house, and she and her sister were thrown into a concentration camp. But she was able to smuggle a Bible into that concentration camp and share the word of the Lord with a bunch of those prisoners. And then she was released when she was supposed to be gassed. A clerical error happened, and she was released and wound up traveling the world, sharing the gospel. The Billy Graham Evangelistic Association made a movie called The Hiding Place back in the 70s. It's an old movie, but if you can get your hands on it, it'll just rip your heart out. The most anointed movie ever. And out of tragedy, flowers bloom. Out of darkness, light shines. And out of this horrible event of the terrorist attack of 9/11, much good has come. Much good has come. The heroes of Flight 93 that were flying over Pennsylvania, that were headed toward probably our Capitol building or the White House. And they were 20 minutes out when the men on that plane, just talked amongst themselves. They all called their spouses, said goodbye, found out that a terrorist attack was going on, and made the decision. They knew that their plane was headed for one of those targets. And they stormed the cockpit. They couldn't kill all the terrorists, but they rammed that plane into the ground and sacrificed the lives on board that would have been sacrificed anyway, but saved so many more. You never know what good can come out of bad. And speaking of bad, by the way, we have a couple of contests today and some prizes to give away. Speaking of a challenge coin, we've got this beautiful Donald Trump gold coin. I don't know why the President Trump letters that are in gold, I don't know why they're green screening out, because they're not green. But it's interesting, the gold of the coin kind of green screens out, but it's actually golden. It's very beautiful. For the friends are not disqualified, but Kathy's disqualified because she already knows the answer, and Heather Mellichamp is disqualified because I think she knows the answer because she was here this morning. So the question is, and this is the trivia question: What date did I have my very first episode of the John Morgan Show? What was the date of that very first episode? And you may remember this if any of you were there. I started the show, recorded the whole show, and then realized that I had not hit record. I did the whole first episode, and then it didn't happen. I never went live. So I had to do the whole thing over again. And I've made so many mistakes. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Dee, you know Heather Mellichamp? Wow, small world. That's crazy. That's so much fun. Yep. The day you got saved. Close. No. But I will give you a hint because you're not going to. I mean, do any of you have a calendar and you want to try to count back 100 days? It's easy because it's by fives, because I started on Monday and ended on today, which is a Friday, and got to 100-ish. Anybody? Okay. I'm going to give you a huge hint. And somebody's going to guess it right away. And the first one, you're probably all going to type it in as fast as you can. But the first one I see, which will be 20 seconds after I say it because I'm saying it 20 seconds before you hear it. What, my love? I know that.
Okay.
I remember that. I'm going to tell everybody. So anyway, my wife just corrected me on something, but it's okay. You remember that day? Oh my gosh. I've come a long way. And I am not a tech genius by any stretch of the imagination. I had so many things planned for today, and I just ran out of time. I had a lot of other things to do, and I if I was a tech genius, I'd have got them all done. And I apologize for my failure, but it's okay because I'm on a learning curve, and we'll get there. Sean Kennel, the YouTube guru who is teaching us, says, just start. Start slow, start bad, just start, and grow as you go. And we have definitely come a long way. So, okay, complete this sentence, and you will have the biggest hint in the world, and you're going to know what date it was. And you're going to type it in, and you're going to be the winner. First one I see is the winner. Blank, blank, be with you. Let me say it a bit different. Blank the blank, be with you. Blank the blank, be with you. Does that make sense? It's a reference to a series of movies. Diane, you're the winner! Well done! Now you win the awesome gold coin from Donald Trump. Oops. I am so proud of you. Well done. Well done. And now we have a second prize to give away. The deck of Donald Trump cards. Right here. To the person who can tell me what's wrong. Yeah, may the force be with you. Yes, but Julie, may the 4th is the answer. 4th. May the 4th. What's wrong with May the 4th? And there's something wrong. There's something wrong. Something wrong. Guess what's wrong? Just guess. Just throw out some guesses. First one to get it gets the very cool, very awesome Donald Trump cards. Donald J. Trump. Very awesome, very cool. May 10th. If you count, and I didn't realize this till this morning, and I was very dejected sitting at the kitchen table. Can anybody venture a guess? Why? Why? It's okay. I have good news. I have good news as well. I know you know, baby. Kathy knows. Because May the 4th, 2020, ha ha ha. Very good. May 10th. Julie Galloway. May 10th. Wait. Oh, did I start on May the 10th? Babe, did I say May the 4th or May the 10th? Point is, when I added up all the days, I'm so sorry. I miscounted when I figured out when I first started the show. The first time I counted, today's only 95. I'm so sorry. All this time I've been thinking this was my 100th anniversary, and then this morning I counted, and no, it's only 95. Next Friday will be the actual 100th anniversary. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. What can I say? Bummer. Well, it could be worse. It could be worse. I could have lost a leg. Okay? I could be dying and going to hell. There's a million ways it could be worse. And that's, what's the worst that could happen? Never ask me the question, what's the worst that could happen? No, so take the gifts back. No, I'm not taking the gifts back. Nobody guessed the second one. I know, Mark. I know. But I got to be real. I got to be real with everybody. Right? I got to be me. And speaking of being me and speaking of Mark and I had another hour-long, maybe not hour-long, 20 minutes or so, text back and forth at the end of yesterday's show. And we were talking about, I can barely even remember now, Nick Sandman and the ALCU executive that was complaining about a college university accepting him as a student. It was one of those things where basically he was saying he's such a bum, no university should hire him because he's and he had his opinion. But I had spent all this time on the show talking about freedom of speech and how I will defend to the death your right to say whatever. And even though I don't think an executive from the ACLU ought to be shaming a person like that, he had the right to say it. And so I apologize for yelling and screaming about him saying it. He didn't say it. He didn't say it to the college directly. He didn't actually call the college and ask them to not hire the guy. He made a comment on his own Facebook page, which he has every right to do. He is who he is. We all express our opinions. That's perfectly natural and normal. So I removed my complaint, and I thank you, Mark, for calling me out and keeping me honest, because it's never my intention to misrepresent, Yeah, and the student got into the university. The university itself probably never even knew about the complaint. It was just one of those things that people grabbed and ran with and really didn't really tell the story the way it happened, I don't think. And so, yeah. So Mark read one version of the story, and I read another version of the story, and he and I compared notes and figured out what was really going on. And I dig that because I grew. I became more knowledgeable, and that's how it happens, folks. We've got to do our exchanges back and forth. Be patient with one another. Assume the best. That's what love does, and just work through stuff. And not everybody's open to working through stuff, and that's fine. That's them. But I want to grow as a person. I want to become a better individual. I want to understand as many people as God will allow me to understand on this earth. Right back at you, Mark. Thank you. And so, oh my gosh, we are way past time. I've got a brand new song to debut right on my show for you. It's called My Brother and Me, and the story of the song is so fun. I wrote it in the bathroom, frankly. It came to me in an instant. And I mean, I don't even think I was thinking about writing a song. But all of a sudden, these words started coming to me, and I had my phone in my hand anyway, and I just started typing them out. And I typed out the whole song except for the bridge. And I changed 2 words out of that entire song probably a tense issue, something very minor. It all came to me so fast. And I tell people I wrote it in 5 minutes, and the only reason it took 5 minutes is because I'm a slow typist. Because the whole thing really dropped on me. And then, speaking of dropping, that's where I was at the time. Anyway, so I kept thinking, and a couple of folks listening to it said, it could use a bridge. And I'll be doggone if I wasn't in that same bathroom and all of a sudden, bam, the bridge dropped on me. And it was so fun the way it happened, because the line came to me, e pluribus unum. And I knew exactly when I heard that in my spirit that it was God giving me the bridge. I knew it. And so I heard e pluribus unum. And before the next line came, I had time to think, what rhymes with e pluribus unum? So here it is, my brother and me, and, well, I hope you enjoy it.
There are two sides to every single story, the passion and the glory. Just trying to make it through the day. We're trying to come together, arm in and hand in hand. And with my brother I will fight to unify our land. America, home of the brave. We stand strong when we're willing to change. And I will wash the feet of freedom and bow down on my knees, praying for a healing, fighting for the freedom of my brother and me. And on the other hand, there are those who would undo us, unruly who would rule us and break us all apart. And I will stand beside you and fight against injustice and lawless ones among us. Come on, let freedom reign. America, home of the brave. We stand strong when we're willing to change. And I will wash the feet of freedom and bow down on my knees, praying for a healing, fighting for the freedom of my brother and me. E pluribus unum. Get your guitars and tune them. Melody and harmony. Let's make a little revelry. E pluribus unum. Get your guitars and tune them. Melody and harmony. Let's make a little revelry. E pluribus unum. Get your guitars and tune them. Melody and harmony. Let's make a little revelry. Play that guitar. My brother and me, fighting for the freedom of my brother and me. America,
right, there it is. The new song, My Brother and Me by John Morgan. Thank you guys so much for enjoying and hanging out with me and spending some time on my 95th show. Oh, so fun, so funny. And yes, for us all to be open and willing to change, willing to be adjusted, willing to grow, willing to learn, willing to listen, willing to love. That's what it's about, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you. Have an awesome dinner. I'm going to play some great Catan with my great friends tonight. I can't wait. And we will see you on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. I love you.
Hey, this is Al Robertson from Duck Dynasty and Duck Commander. I want to tell you about a great book called War on Fear from my good buddy, John Morgan. Of course, he looks like George W. Bush, who had the famous War on Terror, so I immediately knew, there was a nice a bit of wordplay there. This book is fantastic. I think it speaks to sort of that natural fear that all of us have, whether it's public speaking or whether it's the first time you get asked to do something you've never done before, up to, the fear of loss of life, of a sick person in your family, all the things that we face every single day. I recommend this highly. I promise you will be blessed when you read this book, and it's the sort of book that after you read it, you're going to want to pass that on to someone else, which to me are the best kind of books. So War on Fear, get yours as soon as you can.
Well, I'm the free world leader.
All right.
Freedom's rolling out to you. Oh, let's roll.
Woo.
Well, I'm the good news instigator, compassionate conversator. This freedom is rocking and rolling on out to you. White and blue.
Thank you, everybody, so much for tuning into the John Morgan Show. I love you. And I appreciate so much you being here. And you know what? This is a fun little journey. Oh, so great. Diane, you are the winner. You are the grand prize winner of the Donald Trump coin. And so do me a favor, private message me and we'll hook up and I'll figure out how to get it to you, okay? Thanks so much, everybody. Hug a cop. And thank the firefighters and the police for their sacrifice on 9/11. What a great day. Ooh, ooh. Ain't nothing like the red, white, and blue. God bless you, everybody. And God bless America.